freaking garbage cans. I couldn't see them. My stream just abruptly ended. That made no sense to me, but you know, whatever. Things happen. Anyways, we will start all over. Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon for some people. We had a slight change of plans this morning because I told you guys yesterday that I wasn't going to be able to get a running this morning. I wouldn't see you until possibly in the afternoon, but I have one package that did not show up yesterday in my mailbox, and so it's supposed to show up by 1 o'clock today. So So I had to delay my trip down to Bozeman because I don't want to. I don't know. I don't think I need this package, but being that this is like my last item, well, I have some stuff showing up next week that I don't need, but just in case I might need it, being that we were going down there, it's supposed to show up today, so there's no reason why I can't delay. I spent all morning packing what I could pack. So I'm fairly good there. I do have to finish packing tonight, but I think we'll be okay. Well, I'll have to be okay. no questions about it. So we're gonna get a little run in because we don't have to leave. If we leave here at like noon, should ensure that our package will be there by the time we get down to Bozeman. So we got 2 hours to get a run in. I have a little bit of a headache today, and I know it's because of the weather. Because now it's all like sunny and everything, which means whenever there's like huge drastic changes in like barometric pressure, that's what it does me. And there's a low that's like sitting over us right now, where yesterday the low wasn't here yet. And it's the same way the other direction too. All of a sudden we get like a high pressure change like right away, then that also, dude, if you wanted in this lane, you could. You're a freaking idiot. This dude got over in this lane to make a left-hand turn when he was already in a left-hand turn lane, and then because he was so committed to it, because he had to speed up to get in front of me, he ran a red light because the light was changing. Freaking idiot. Anyways, yeah, so I have a little bit of a headache, a little sinus headache. But nothing I can do about it. Sometimes though, I do have to be I have to be careful, cautious, I guess, because sometimes I'm more susceptible to getting a migraine the next day. So I'm definitely, I can tell it's my sinuses because I've been sneezing a little bit. Speaking of, because it makes my sinuses sting, which would be why I have like pressure stuff in my head from, because when I sneeze, then my sinuses get all out of whack. Whew. I'm so tired. I didn't sleep well last night either. So I'm a little, feeling a little stressed. I just noticed my mic was on the wrong thing too, so I don't even know if you guys could hear me. Set right now to go. I just need, for this weekend, I have to add 2 items that are in my mailbox onto my camera setup, and that's it. And it's plug and play. There's nothing I have to do. So that'll be nice. And then yeah, I'm good to go. I don't have anything to do. I do need to get my, because on Friday I'm hardlined in to the studio, so I don't need my laptop or anything. In fact, I think I'm using their camera even, either their Sony or the Ursa G2, one of the two. If I had to guess, I'm probably using their Sony. Thing I might have to do if they don't have a GoPro setup for me is I'll have to get my setup put together, but that's easy. That won't take very long. And I might actually, if I'm using my own setup, I might ask them if I can get a second link, because then I can even go, if I can get a second link, I can be set up and they can use me whenever on either setup, and I can have audio on either setup. Morning, quick. Whew, it is chilly out here today. It's warming up though as we get out in the valley. It was 30 degrees downtown, and we're up to 36 degrees now. That's nice. Just gonna hit some of this lower stuff. 74, damn. Yeah. Well, I'm leaving bright and early tomorrow morning for Phoenix, so I will be in at least warmer weather down there. Even though Phoenix is not actually, this next week is not supposed to be that warm. Like, it's only going to be in the 70s there. Much warmer than here, that's for nice here up until 2 days ago when the weather came in. Like even some of the backcountry back over here was snow free. Not now though, it's all white. And we're supposed to get, at least up in the mountains, another 10 to 12 inches in the next couple days. And then I think even some next week there's supposed to be another like 6 to 10 inches. So that'll be nice to get a little more snowpack, even though I was getting excited to go hit the mountains. For you when we get up here to the trailhead. Section on this highway, I don't even like going that fast anyways, because there's so many like driveways, blind driveways and stuff where people can't see because all the trees and that kind of stuff. Big old mastiff there. Big old doggers. Some sort of other hound of some sort. There's something going on over here at this little boarding facility / daycare. They do a lot of like training stuff too, but gosh dang, they had, I wonder if they were having like maybe a dog show or something, because we came through here and that place was packed. Because they have a huge arena. Oh, there's 2 cars here. We got here the other day, there was nobody out here. It was the same time, yeah, same time of day. It's just a different day, I guess. The sun is hot. I might actually get away with just wearing a cap instead of a beanie. There's hardly any breeze, like maybe like a 2-3 mile an hour breeze is all. I think we're good there. Okay, ready to go, sweet girl? Bum, 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 bum. You think I'm pretty, you think I'm pretty cool. Oh, it is, yeah, it's really nice out here. in the shade is going to be cold. As I stand over here on the shady side of the van, it's going to be cold, but... Okay, go ahead. Change coats. And we'll wear our stinky coat. Let's see if I'm charging right now. The sun is still pretty low up this far north, so I haven't been charging very much, and my batteries are getting super low because I've been using my internet on my van for my home, just so I don't have to pay for extra internet. Charging 3.5 amps. Oh, yeah, we're only charging 3.5 amps is all. And there is not a cloud in the sky. That tells you how low that sun is. It's okay. Oh, she's over there. Guess she found herself a stick. I thought she was. Thought she went and grabbed. There was an old like deer leg bone over here. She grabbed that. Okay. I need gloves. Hey. What the heck do I got in my shoe now? Ow. Somehow I picked up a freaking little briar or something. There we go. Okay, let's Okay, have not forgot about push-ups. I just want to get away from the trailhead here because there's other people showing up. So we will get going down the trail a little bit. I don't know why my gimbal's going all crazy since I don't have it set up for that. Let's see if we can fix it. It worked a little bit. Let's see what this guy's doing. He's coming this way. Okay, we're gonna run a little bit. You can tell he was, because it's the guy with the big mastiff and all that, and he was going. You can see him stepping out to get here, and then he just took his dogs off the leash so that they could come and say hi to my dog. And it's like, I'm okay with that, but some dogs don't. My dog is super friendly, but she's also very in your face and lots of energy. So a lot of dogs don't know how to take that. She's learning to like read the room and stuff. Ooh, I'm just gonna get up here a little way boys. And man, it is nice out here. A couple of clouds, some lower clouds, or some lower clouds, higher clouds off to the south. Like, it's really nice out here. 37 is what my van said when we got here. That is almost 10 degrees warmer than it was in the downtown area. So, that breeze is picking up. I was gonna say, all of a sudden I feel the breeze, and then I could hear it on the trees, and now it is hitting. Okay, looks like a nice flat spot up here. Oh my God, they push us. Cause this is uphill. So pretty much everything from that trail is uphill no matter what direction you go. Actually, there might be a better spot up here, a little bit further. This is still uphill, but up here it looks a little more wide open. It'll be a little bit better, actually. It's completely flat up here. See where the guy went. Oh, he's over there. He's over on the other trail. Okay, well, let's of course, this is going to be in the shade where the flat spot is, which may not work because it's probably going to be all wet. I can go out here a little ways. It won't be quite as flat, but it'll be all right. Little muddy. I'm actually going to go off over the side over here. Hi. My dog's like, what are you doing? Oh, there's somebody else parked over here on the upper lot. There we go. Oh, there's multiple people. Wow. So there's a lot more people out here than I thought there would be. Because you got there's 3 vehicles in the wind is chilly now. I wish I had my beanie on. There was 0 wind when we showed up. Downtown there was 0 wind. I can see the I don't know what building it is, but they have a flag pole outside the building, and it's a good indication of the wind for me when I look out my window. It might be the county courthouse or something. So it'll be the nice thing about working this weekend is I'm on the exact same locations that I have been the last few years for this race. The only thing that sucks is, I mean, in one way it's good, but I was really hoping I was going to get Brett as my field commentator, because he's been my field commentator every year. But I have this other guy that I've never met. So that's cool because then I get to meet him too. But me and Brett work really good together. So it's too bad I don't get to do something with him. So we're not going to be running until we get to the top of this saddle because this is steep. And you can hear how hard I'm breathing already. I'm feeling it in my calf muscles and my butt muscles because they're not warmed up yet. We come out here a lot, so you guys know the route. But we're not going to go to the top. I think what we're going to do is maybe go over to the trail junction and then loop back. Actually, maybe we'll just do the loop. We'll go to the top of that peak right there because it's not a lot of vert once we get to the saddle. So maybe we'll go to the top of that and then do the lollipop maybe. Although I don't know what the cell reception is once we drop down into the little gulch. Somebody came up here today. One of those people that's parked came up this way. Because where the sun is shining, it has thawed out the ground. And so I can see his fresh tracks. Oh, holy cow. I gotta take my sunglasses off so I can see. And I'm thinking about, there's a new, they're doing now, they had so much success with his Burrito league, so they're just trying to keep it going. And so they're doing a pop-up Burrito league at Black Canyon. So I'm thinking about, I gotta get some miles in anyways. Maybe I'll go there. I mean, I have no doubt the guy that's gonna win is the guy that won the Tempe thing down there, because he can just sit there and do that. So, everybody else that's going to be there are either, crewing or something they're involved in the race somehow. So, they can't just sit there and do that. But I bet you this other guy, he's probably just going to sit there and do it. See, we're in the shade right here. There's no wind. Feels warmer than when we were in the sun down there with that wind. Holy cow. This feels like it gets steeper every time we do this. The trail wasn't so icy up here. It'd be kind of cool to just go to the top and then take that trail that kind of comes around the other side and then comes back out like halfway up the trail and then come back. But based upon what we were dealing with last night, it's going to be icy. Because I was in some pretty slick stuff 1,000 feet lower. So I guarantee that trail is probably slick, because it's going up the side is in the sun, so it melted and got the trail wet, and then it froze. So I guarantee you it's solid ice right now. You a skating rink coming down that. Leggies are burning. Like, I can take the lungs breathing hard, but so my heart rate isn't too high. My legs are burning. My heart rate is 127 right now. A little bit of running before we do this final steep ascent. I might take, since I'm gonna go and stop it, let Riley out. I might just take her with us, because we're gonna have to stop at the dog park, so she would enjoy that. We'll see. I'll have to see how this little butthead's doing. I mean, it'll be boring for him, because other than the dog park, what I should do is just drop her off with Riley, and they can hang out all day. Well, not all day, but they can hang out this afternoon. Otherwise, they're just gonna be bored, because they'll be. I don't know where my dog's going. She's just creating her own path. You go, girl. You do your own path in life. It's like, I will. Yeah, because I'm just going down. I got to hit the running store to get some nutrition. And then I got to hit camera store and see if I can get some 5/16 mounting bolts. I have one. I need more. I thought I had extras, but the reason why you always have extras is because you lose them. So I'm guessing all my extras I've lost. And the only one I have is the one that's permanently on my camera. But so I gotta do that. You wanna go that way? We can go that way. What do you wanna do? You choose. That way? Okay. Let's go this way. I was thinking about going up to the high intersection down there and then coming down and then wrapping up this way. But I mean, technically we could do reverse with this little part up here, so it's okay, we can do that. But yeah, so I gotta go to the camera store, and I might actually see about getting a new tripod, but man, their stuff is so expensive there. I mean, it's high quality stuff, that's why it's so expensive, and I need something higher quality. That's why I need to look at a new tripod. The one I have is pretty decent. It's perfect for doing lightweight stuff, you know, when I have to pack in all my video equipment. I need to stop by Best Buy and see if I can get some new earbuds, because I have been charging my Jaybirds, and this is the first generation Jaybird. I've had this thing for probably 10 years. But I've had them charging now for 3 days and they're still not charged. So, and I clean the connectors, all that kind of stuff. So I don't know what's going on there, but I definitely need something for this weekend. So. And I can do this on Friday, but I need to disconnect my phone from my computer, because I have crazy audio issues because I'm using my phone using Unity comms with the studio, and then I use usually my Jaybirds or something connected to the computer for the field comm to be able to talk to the studio. And I keep losing my Unity because my phone keeps trying to connect to the computer and run everything through there because I have it synced. It doesn't sync it. And worst case scenario, as long as they're piping the studio feed through Unity, then I can just use that for a field comm guy. And the nice thing is I have to be at the start line bright and early every morning, but, well, Friday I have to be at the expo, because we're going to be doing some preview shows and stuff like that. But for the 2 race days, I have to be at the start line to start off the day. So I have to get there at like 4:30 in the morning. So where we usually stay when I'm up there in the Black Canyon area is only like 7 minutes away from the start line, so that'll be nice. Versus a lot of the other people, although they were this year, they smart, and they got an Airbnb for everybody that's going to the start line each morning. They got them an Airbnb in Prescott, which is still, 20 to 30 minutes away. I didn't look it up to see exactly where it's at. My guess is at least 20, if not 30 minutes away, which is a lot better than previous years when the closest Airbnb is like an hour and a half away south. So that is nice. I never get an Airbnb or have them get me a room because I'm always in my van, which is usually because I have a dog. And I am I'm not really antisocial, but I do like having my own space. And I might, cruise out there. Well, no, probably not, because it'll be pretty late when I'm done on Saturday, so I'm not gonna drive over to the Airbnb and hang out with some peeps for a while and then drive back. It's like, hopefully my dog went this direction, because she looks like she turned her light back on again. I don't know, maybe? I can't tell. I don't know how she does that, because the button's on the front. I can see if it was on the back with her like scratching, because the harness hits her itchy spots. So she scratches it. So I can see it, like if she, she could easily hit the button if it was on the back, but it's not on the back, it's on the front. Oh my God, this is stupid. Like to put this little trail on the race course somehow, which I probably could if I did like the 20K loop or something, or even a 10K loop. I could probably put it on there. But I don't know as if they will allow me to use this trail, because it's not, it's obviously a trail. It's probably not one of their official trails, so they don't want to encourage people to use it. But who knows? I'll know when I talk to them. Remember to look at my shoes. I don't remember, because I have to get that. I still need to get that submitted, my shoe declarations for my race. I don't remember which these I have, which versions. I think I got the 3s for Saucony. Oh, this way. the Sauconys I'm wearing, and I think I got 4s for the Rebels. But I don't remember. I might have 2s on the Sauconys. I might have 5s on the Rebels. I don't remember what version. I know for a fact I don't have 3s on the Rebels because the reason why I haven't bought Rebels for so long is because I got like 5 pairs of the Rebel V3s when they were coming out with the next one because they were on sale, and I really like those shoes, so I made sure to get a lot of them. And that last pair of that shoe, there was no outsole left on them. I was riding on midsole. Put so many miles on them. And the midsole still had lots of bounce to it. Lots of, they were creased and everything, but they weren't that bad. Like the midsole foam hadn't broke down too much. Oh yeah, we gotta go around the street. All these trees that blew down. Now right here, they didn't clear this out. This was just natural openingness in this area. I think because of the fire that came through. I don't know for sure. So these trees were just unfortunate. This big ass one too blew down. It's too bad. All these big mature trees. Now you see the mountainside up there, but it is so snowy still. So that is why we are not going up there. I think we'll go. What time is it? Yeah, we'll cut across over to the other trail. It comes up from the other trailhead, and then we'll circle back. Should be a good time. And that way, we'll have a little spot that is still a dead zone, but it won't be this gulch climbing up to the saddle again, which is one big long dead zone. Just have a small dead zone as we go up behind this little ridge right here. We're gonna go up this way, so we'll lose signal once we get up behind that. Helicopter. Whirly bird. It's not a military aircraft. It's a civilian. It's very common to see the military ones here because they are. There's a landing zone, an Army airfield over here. It's a military fort. What it's called? Something Army airfield, but I don't remember which one. That's actually the trail that people have just been cutting across. Because you can't see it from the other side where that comes out at. Whew, yeah, see, now we're in the full sun and there's no, I wouldn't say no breeze, there's hardly any breeze. Like a 1 to... Yeah, we'll go that way. Oh, she wasn't looking. I thought she was waiting to ask permission, but nope. I thought she was looking at me, asking for permission. I don't see anybody up there, so I don't know what she was looking at. Whew. But we got uphill now, so I don't know how much run we're gonna do. This is kind of sloppy right here too. It's like a mixture of like a sandy clay, all the stuff out here. So you get a little bit of dampness to it, and it is slippery and sloppy. Oh, see, like right on schedule. I said we get up here and I'd start losing signal. And look, we are. There's another trail that goes right in this gully off to the right of us here. No drainage. You have zero signal that whole way. Whew. I didn't pack anything for lunch. So we're gonna have to stop by the grocery store on the way out of town. Get something for lunch, a little sandwich or something. Oh, people have been making a trail to climb to the top of that peak, it looks like. I'm still confused as all this land out here. So, like, this whole mountain, all that is all BLM. But I'm pretty sure like what we're on right now is listed as private. But I think it's a land trust for public usage. But the last 6 months, actually it's been less than that. I think it was within the last 3 months. Kick-ass trails, but you know, at least 50%, if not more, mining roads like this, which I'm guessing you would classify as a double track now. There's no driving on it. I'm guessing it would just be double track. Now my dog is doing what that dog doing. Ooh, look at all that fresh snow on the mountains over here. He said the snow line's about 5,000 feet. Because we're at, see if I can get there. We're at 4,500 right now. And so we're looking, like if you look straight across, we're a little bit lower than over there. And then you look up here on the mountain. We're, you know, probably about that out there. There's some people. Are they walking up or are they coming down? Looks like they're walking up. So we'll just take our time. We'll catch them if we run. Oh, there's somebody up here too. I didn't even notice that. Well, that sucks. He's got a doggo. Got a doggo. I can't tell if they're looking at me or not. So we'll just see if we can get by him. Looks like this owner's trying to get her dog under control. Well, hopefully not because they're aggressive, but just because it will run with us the whole time. trail. Looks like there's people are wearing a new trail over there. Might be doing some bird dog training. My ass. Hey, Nari, slow down. Nari, slow down. She's like, how about you just speed your slow ass up? That's what she says. Oh. We're gonna be just going up here a little ways before we turn to the right, because we're not going to the top. I was trying to give these people that are hiking up a chance to get past the intersection. Now it's starting to get really hot. I don't even have that many clothes on. What you smelling? I mean, I can smell the people in front of us. They use some sort of fabric softener. That's what it smells like. It smells like a dryer sheet. Which is funny, like I said that we were running one time. Oh, potty break? Good girl. Yeah. Hold on, I got a wee. We were running around Helena doing a Christmas light stream, you know, just out running around looking at Christmas lights. And I'd get, at some point I'd be like, oh, somebody's drying their clothes. And somebody who was in my stream was like, that's kind of creepy that you know that. I'm like, well, you can smell it. Like, it carries in the air. And they were like, what are you talking about? Well, I think that's the same thing with, because you have some people that can smell the rain, you know? And I saw a study on this. Like, certain people that can smell rain, they have like certain nose receptors that some other people don't have. So I wonder if it's the same type of thing, because I'm always smelling stuff. And like, one of my friends is like, what are you talking about? I don't smell anything all the time. Well, the breeze is coming from straight ahead of us. It's not that strong of a breeze, so you know, these people in their clean clothes, I can smell it. Like, that's what alerts me most of the time if there's somebody in front of me on a trail, is I smell them. You know, it's a long ways before we get to them. Okay, our trail to the right, up here just a little bit further. So hopefully these other people are far enough up the trail. I don't see them, so they must be moving pretty good. I didn't need to plug my camera in though. That wind is blowing pretty good now. Say hello to my face. I always have to use the side of my face to plug it in. I need to make sure my extra batteries are charged. I don't know as if I made sure any of my batteries are charged. I should do that tonight. Like my V-mounts, I know they're charged. Well, I actually don't know if that other V-mount is charged or not. I should pull it out as well, because it's in one of my yellow bins. And then I need to make sure I load up. I need to go to my storage shed and grab my cart, because I got a lot of stuff I need to load up out to the van. Got 3 camera cases, like big, like camera cases. I got my, I don't know what it is, a 90-liter camera bag. And then I have a smaller one, which is probably like a 35, 40 liter. And then I got a Pelican case. Which is, I don't know how many liters it is. It's big. Maybe it's our turn. Oh, it must be up here still. I thought it was lower than this. Because we go around the bottom side of those trees. And then I gotta load up her food bin. And then I have my other backpack, just my computer backpack, which is usually like 40 pounds because it's just packed full of equipment, not just my laptop. And then I got my 500 watt DJI battery. And then I noticed today I had to put more money on my freaking credit card because DJI is having a flash sale on their batteries, and so it's like 50% off. So I had to buy a couple of the bigger ones, especially if I start doing stuff for myself, like for my company starts doing oh, there's a trail, some race stuff. I need to have at least enough batteries for 3 static cams. Although I don't have the personnel, so if I'm relying on volunteers, I'm just gonna be like, hey, can I use your cell phone? Because I mean, really, if it comes down to it, I only have enough Starlinks for 1 static cam if we're using Starlink. Huh. Oh, thank you for trying to trip me. That was nice of you. She down there just took me out because she lunged forward and wrapped her front legs around my leg right when I was in, running. Now she's got the zoomies. That's what her issue is. She had those last night too. If you guys remember, we were going up the trail and you just see her going off to the left at one of the trail intersections, and then like 30 seconds running the other direction. She'd go down that trail at full sprint. She did that like 5 times back and forth before we got up there. And then the final one, she just took off up the trail that we weren't going down. So then we had to wait for her to come back. Well, it was good. She needs to get the energy out. I feel sorry for her next couple weeks, because I mean, she'll get some really good playtime with one of her friends. I would say probably her best friend. But I don't know how much she'll get out on the trails, especially depending on what the weather's doing. Because her best friend needs to have surgery, so she can't just go out and hit the trails every day for, an hour, 2 hours or whatever. And then they are so weird. Like, they could hang out all day together, and all they'll do is just lay around, not do anything. And then as soon as, somebody shows up, if my friend gets home from work, or I show up to grab her or whatever it is, then all of a sudden they're like, oh, somebody's here, now we can play. So you could play without us there. You're just a bunch of weirdos. I think this is the guy that had the 2 big doggos going down the main trail. No, I don't think it is, because this guy has a freaking hunter's orange cap on. I don't know why. Maybe this is the only beanie he has. There's no hunting out here, no shooting out here. Because you don't have a bright orange hat on. There's a bigger problem. There's no shooting. There is so many freaking houses out here. Where does that trail go? Hey, Nari. Butthead. Hey. She's ignoring me. Hey, Nari. She finally whipped around. Tried to tell ya, you weirdo. Wanted to see where this went, because I'm guessing this isn't like an official trail. Oh, there's horses here that have been down this. I've never noticed this trail before, so I have no idea where it goes. And since we're only out here exploring, might as well see where it goes. And haven't even gone 3 miles yet. Hopefully it doesn't rack around over to where we were at. That would be awkward. I didn't see any other trails over there on that side, though. This is a single track. So if it goes somewhere nice, I think people would enjoy this way better than a double track for my race cars. I've explored, like, if you look at the map, like, there's no way this trail existed more than a year ago, because I have explored every trail out here, because Cal Topo doesn't show any of them. And so I would run all these trails and then upload the GPX into CalTopo, so I knew where all the trails were, which I still have to do for this last week, because 2 new trails that we explored, I haven't uploaded those yet. You know, to do it on this one. I mean, we're going straight back down here. Hopefully this takes off to the left. Somebody's right there. I think we're actually going to have to, I think this goes to that gulch. Back over there. There's a tiny little single track right there, but I don't see it going anywhere. I have no idea where this ends up at, but it has to connect to this other trail over here. I just don't know where. And see, then you got another like little, what the heck is these? Little, there's no cows on this section, so it's not like there'd be a cow trail. Ow! What the fuck was that about? Fuck. Yeah, that hurt your mouth too, didn't it? Oh, right below my fucking knee when she was full sprint, like right when she was going by, she decided at that moment, I'm gonna turn my face sideways, so then when she went by, freaking side of her jaw, like just smacked right into my knee. And you could tell it even hurt her. It's like, what the hell are you thinking? Fuck, I can't even run now because that fucking hurt. Like my knee's all cramped up. Just walk it off. Walk it off. Gosh dang, what the hell is wrong with her? Where does this go? Our trail is right there. We're just going right back to this other trail, it looks like. Doesn't make any sense. It's gonna have to turn pretty sharply if it's gonna go over to the trail, because it's right over there. You could even hear her, like, she had her mouth open a little bit, because it, like, you could hear her teeth, you know, knock shut, like her jaw knock shut when she hit my knee. I don't remember seeing anything coming off of that other trail. I am so confused. See, we're still going this way. We're going into the trees down there. What the heck? Where the hell does this come out at? And see, you can see the other trail we're just on right up there on the base of the hill. Trail. What they're doing. My knee hurts. Well, I guess we are going to probably lose signal for a little bit, because we're going to have to go up this gulch now, which is what I was trying to avoid. I know the signal is not very good. Is that the person with those other doggos? Can't tell. Oh, Jesus, this is slippery. We're back into the slippery section like we were over on that other trail, which is only like 100 yards away from us, if that. because the ground is frozen. So in the sunny spots, it's melting, you know, this sandy clay stuff. Oh, there's a tree. That one's been dead for a while though. Walking the trail right there. Because it's this sandy clay dirt that with that sun, it's, you know, thawed out the top quarter-inch of dirt or whatever. Yeah, see now, this is where it comes out at. I've never seen that trail before in my life. And I've come up this, and I get it, because that doesn't look like a trail. If you're looking from here up, it does not look like a trail. But yeah, a quarter-inch of like wet, sandy clay on top of frozen ground is quite slippery. See, now I gotta push it because we don't have very good signal. It sucks. Because there's a climb now. I hope we're gonna have to climb again. Like, it's not super steep. There's one section up here right when you're climbing up on the ridge that gets a little steep, but it's still climbing. That trail we came down was on this side of that little rocky thing right there. It's like, why couldn't it just turn and just come over? You know, we'll go take the race course up over that peak, so when they come up the saddle there, they turn left, and then they come up this, because be a mile, oh, a little over a mile probably, from that saddle. And the peeps that are coming up, so you got your faster people, although depending where I have the starting location, even the back of the pack should be through this section. But it would be funny if, you know, your mid-pack, back of the pack, are just getting to the top of the saddle there, and then they look over and there's people right up here, and they're like, oh, the leaders are only right there. Not knowing that it's a mile difference. Actually, would they be able to see? I don't know if they would or not. There's this little rise right here. I think it's in between the two. Like, these people would be able to see them going up to the side of that peak, but they'd be behind them, so. We're going back because we gotta go do some driving, or at least I gotta do some driving. text Riley's mom and just be like, hey, would it be okay if I just drop Nari off and they can hang out? Because that would make the drive. Nari would much rather have that than driving down to Bozeman. Riley, she'd just be down for an adventure. So, do I take Riley for an adventure, or do I go the easy route? An adventure! No, I'm just going to the other room. My lead! Oh, geez, I'm tripping over rocks. At least these ones stick out of the ground a long ways. Not like the rock I tripped on, or the rocks I was tripping on the other day. They're like not even an inch out of the ground, sticking out of the ground, no rocks around it, and somehow I would clip it with my toe. Oh, I just farted there, everybody. I don't know if you could hear it. It's quite stinky, that's for sure. I think it's from little broccoli I had last night, probably. Body's like, fiber! Haven't had that forever. And I had a salad too. Because the only other thing I had was some mushroom ravioli with the red sauce, so it wasn't like anything that would normally make you stinky. Oh, this is getting slippery because it's starting to thaw. Frozen ground. I gotta be careful. It's funny, right here at this exact section, there was a tree where I conked my head many times. In fact, there was a little, like a widowmaker branch that would stick out, and I ran my head straight into that and just punctured my scalp, multiple times. And they finally cleared it out last fall. And now in that exact same spot again, there's another tree that's now completely blown down over it. But now we're in the burn zone, so it makes sense that a lot of the trees are blown down. They're all dead and decaying. Like I don't think I've seen any live trees right here. They're blown down. Plus, I mean, we're on the, what do you call it? I actually don't know which side is what. You got your windward side and your leeward side. Which one is which? You would think this would be the leeward side, because windward you would think would be on the side that would be getting hit by the wind. Not protected from the wind, but who knows? I don't don't even know what that would be. A sailor? Are the sailors that have to worry about that? Or pilots? I don't know. I am a pilot, I guess, but we didn't talk about that in my course. I really want to get a new drone. There's still, I don't know how the organization I work with got their hands on one, because they are just like out of stock. Everybody's been buying them up, and they're $2,300. we got time. We can do this little offshoot loop on our way back to the van. A little bit extra. Sorry. Hits your butt. She was like, "You bastard!" And tried to bite my hand. And I was like, like play bite, not like actual bite it. She's like, "Stop it! Stop pinching my tushy." Real this thing. And hope that the doggo ain't out. I haven't seen the doggo. I'm thinking the owner, I wouldn't doubt that there is so many complaints about this dog, and I wouldn't doubt it. Finally, he probably had to get rid of it because it finally ended up biting a kid or attacked another dog or something. Because all the complaints, like we would get to like right here, and that dog would come running. They have no gate on their private land here, coming out to this public land, which is fine. But this dog, it was like a giant, like a Great Pyrenees, huge ass dog. And I mean, they have goats, so I get it. It's, a livestock dog to protect the livestock, but it would run. Like there was one time we got to where we were just barely turning, and it came all the way out here and was going to try to attack us. And this trail gets really close to the end of the fence over here, where it can't get through there, and it would just be barking and losing his shit at us many times. And there's one time we were out here, there was a guy that was walking with his dogs and little kid, and that dog came out and almost attacked his little kid too. And he called the sheriff. And when we were pulling into the parking lot, and he came up to us and said, "Hey, just to let you know that there's a dog over there." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I know exactly which one you're talking about, because it's ran out and tried to attack us a few times." And he's like, "Yeah, I called the sheriff on it." And I could see when we were out here, I could see the sheriff over there, but I don't know if the guy was home or whatever, because the sheriff was leaving, and then it was like, "Oh, we should be good then." And so we started coming this way, and we didn't even get, like I said, didn't even get 50 yards down the trail, and that dog came running out at us, after us, all aggressive. Well, I haven't seen that dog for a month now, so it is fine if you want a dog to, because I get it, there's coyote out here everywhere, so if you want to protect your goats and all that, go for it. But you should have a fully enclosed fence. Gosh dang, there's a dog out here. Oh, it must be that Mastiff. You see, there's a big ass prints out here. Probably that Mastiff that we saw earlier. makes her freaking paw prints look like she's a freaking 2-month-old puppy. Like, there's boot prints here. Freaking dog's paw is wider than the boot prints. There's all these different trails. Like, now there's something right there. It's like somebody has just been coming out here. And this is my theory, because this is how it works in the South Mountains. A mountain biker decides to go off trail because it doesn't want to get muddy. And so it creates a track. And then another mountain biker does it because it's like, oh, there's tracks over here. And then another mountain biker does it. And then because everybody now sees a little bit of a trail, then you get all these hikers and everybody start taking it. And pretty soon, it doesn't take very long, a couple of weeks, you have a trail. I don't have a problem with mountain bikers, but unless they're not courteous, which you don't really see too much here. Down by Bozeman, you see it a lot. But that makes sense because it's all freaking punk ass teens and college kids that have no consideration of others. Around here, they're usually pretty good, but they do end up creating new trails because they just don't want to go get muddy. And it's like, you chose to ride today out on this trail, so you're getting muddy. There was 2 years ago when I was doing broadcasts for The Rut. I was down at the bottom of the mountain where the race course came out before they made the final turn to the finish line. So I was set up there because we already had a couple static cams for the last stretch of the finish line. So I was to get another view, and right behind me, there's one big wide open area, but there's a very popular mountain bike trail, and that's where I had my camera set up, was right next to that on the lower side. And there's a big sign there that tells at that point, the mountain bikers have to be dismounted and walking their bike. Big sign says that as they come down off the mountain. I was on the back side of that sign, and there was two punk ass kids that came just screaming down that trail. And then when they came through, I guess you could call it the gate or whatever, where that sign was. When they went by me, and I was, probably 20 yards below the sign, and they went by me and they like yelled at me for being in their way or whatever. And I was like, and it's all on camera, like you can hear them because I had my audio on, so you can hear them doing it. And then because of the way my camera was, you could see them coming through. Well, I have because of what I was doing, I had the number for, oh, there's a dog still out there. That doesn't sound like the same dog though. I think that's a different dog. What do you call it? The ski patrol or whatever. I mean, this is the middle of summer, so it's not ski patrol, but same people, just summertime. But the head person, and so it's like, hey, there's these two peeps that just decided to come flying through here in this area. got it all on video. You can hear the audio, all that kind of stuff. And they showed up. I played back everything. And the line for the chairlift was super long. Like, they were very responsive. And the line for the chairlift was super long. So they went over to find those two kids, and they found them still in the line trying to get back up on the mountain on the chairlift, and took their ski passes away from them and kicked them off the mountain. It's like, there's consequences to being a dick, just saying. So that was pretty cool to see. Because that's a safety thing. And like, that whole area, especially because the race is going on, which is probably why they were all pissy anyways, is because, which they should have known this is the rut weekend, but they're all mad because all their trails are shut down for the course or whatever that they wanted to hit, and there's so many people there and all that kind of stuff. That's probably why they were a little pissy, but attitude's everything. You didn't have to be there when you know something like that's going on. And two, because it's race weekend and there's all that stuff going on, there's so many little kids that were out in that area, which is why they were told to dismount at that sign anyways. Everybody else that I saw coming down on their mountain bikes, they did that. You had these two entitled teens that that is total different dog. That was a fun race too. I'd kind of like to reach out to them and be like, hey, if you're not in talks with Mountain Outpost, I'd like to bid on doing your race. And I can do it a lot cheaper. Now, will it be as good as what Mountain Outpost can do? No, not close. But because I'd have to bring in a producer, because I couldn't do it all by myself, and then at least one drone pilot, and like one videographer probably. So that would be, you know, for all that, probably $5,000 easy. Whew. We could probably do the weekend for $10,000, I bet. I'd have to budget it out and all that, but could probably do it for $10,000. I think that's a different vehicle. I don't think it's the same vehicle. It was out here before. Oh, my tummy says it is hungies. Just growling at me. once we get to the top of this little slope here, then we'll get downhill all the way back to the van. Which, this is like 4% grade probably, so I could easily run it, but my knee still hurts from where a little butt head here smacked her jaw at full speed as she went by my knee. I still don't understand, why did she turn her face sideways? It's like she purposefully wanted to ram her jaw into my knee. She has zero situational awareness though. Like, she'll just be running around full speed. I've seen her take out little kids. She's knocked over old people. Of course, usually when she knocks over old people, it's because she tries to jump up and give them a kiss, which she needs to do better about not jumping, even though I had her broken from jumping. And then I think it's because she was staying with a friend for a few weeks. And I think because it was after that she started jumping again. So probably in their household, not that they allow jumping, but if she's with somebody else, she thinks she can get away with things that she knows she's not supposed to get away with. Okay, well, that was 5 miles, so not too bad. But yeah, so ever since then, because that would have been last summer, and she's decided she can jump. And she's obviously didn't get enough energy out. Little turd. You should see her freaking paw prints, because she just went sprinting through here. She was like she was drifting on ice or something. Okay, well, that was fun. We're gonna figure out what we're gonna do now. I don't know, I might see if I can just leave her here. Oh, my gimbal's almost dead too. It's a good thing we're done. Didn't even notice that it was almost dead. Oh, okay, there's that. I have to charge that, so we might take that inside. No, I'm not gonna. I'll just charge it when we get down there. Okay, well, that's going to be it, everybody. Thanks for the new follows. I won't see you guys until probably, if I get in early enough on Thursday night, I'll get a run in there. Nari, stop! She's tearing up this freaking cushion for who knows what reason. She's not in her destructive phase anymore. She's just trying to like dig a hole. Nari, hey, Nari, stop. Anyways, so I might see you Thursday. Friday, I should be able to get a run in. Knock it off. And then, but if not, I won't see you guys until Sunday night. So anyways, that's gonna be it, everybody. Love you all, and I'll see you guys next time.